Welcome back everyone. So this can be really useful to have two operating system on your single computer, as you may wish to run both Windows and Linux or different version of Windows like Windows 10 and 11. So no need to have two different computer for this, and this is what exactly we will be talking in this video. So the first thing that you have to make sure that you have two different partition. Like on my end you can see I am on Windows 11 and I have only one partition of my disk, that is Windows C. So if you also have the one partition, then you will have to create a new one. If you already have, then you can skip this method. So in order to create a partition, just make a right click on the Windows icon. Then from the suggestion you have to click on disk management, and in the disk management you have to look for the C drive, and from here only we have to take out the space and create a new partition. So make a right click on it, then you have to click on shrink volume. Now it will be calculating the space it can shrink, so wait for a few seconds and this kind of box will be up where it will give you all the information about the disk, and it says enter the amount of space to shrink in MB. This is the space you can take out from the C drive, but keep in mind that you don't have to take the full space or else your C drive will be full and you will start having the problem. Okay, so keep at least 25 GB of space free in the C drive. A part of that, it depends on the size of your partition disk, how much space you have available, but still you have to take around 40 GB of space. Okay, so I have to enter the amount in MB. So for 40 GB I will take in a rough figure and I will type somewhere like 40,000, and then I will click on shrink, and around 39.06 GB unallocated space has been created. Now you need to make a right click on it, click new simple volume, click on next, next, next. In the volume label here, just write down the name of the operating system that you want to install on this particular partition so that it should be easy to understand. Like I will be installing Windows 10, so I will type Windows 10, then click on next and finish. Bingo, and now you can see a new partition by the name Windows 10 has been created with the space of 39.06 GB. So if I bring up the file explorer here, so now here you can see we have two different partition here. Windows C contains the current operating system, that is Windows 11, and Windows 10 partition where we will be installing Windows 10. Now instead of Windows 10, you can install any other operating system like Ubuntu, Kali, Zorin, whichever you want to. For the demo purpose, I am going with the Windows 10. Now if you also wish, you can install on any other physical disk as well like SSD or hard drive, but for that you need to make sure that both the disks should be in the same partition scheme. Like they should be both GPT or both should be MBR. You can find out by making a right click here, click on properties, then you have to click on volume, and here you'll find the partition style. So both the disks should be in the same partition style. They should be either GPT or they should be in the MBR. Now if you need a dedicated video on this topic, like how to install two different operating system on a two different disks, then let me know in the comment section. I will surely bring up the video for that particular topic. Alright, so once you have created two different partition, now you have to download the Windows 10 ISO. For that, bring up the Google Chrome browser, and here you have to search Windows 10 ISO download. Hit the enter key, click on the first link of Microsoft download Windows 10 disk image. Now here you will not find the direct option to download the ISO, but on Google Chrome what you can do, make a right click on the blank space, then click on inspect, and this will bring up the inspect element box at the right hand side. So click on the three dot of this inspect element box, then hover up to more tools, and then look for network condition, click on it. Now here at the bottom you will find an option user agent. You need to uncheck this option, and from the drop down you need to select Chrome OS. Once selected, now you have to reload the page, and once the page gets reloaded, now you can close the inspect element box. Now this time if you scroll down you will find the option to download the ISO. So click on the drop down, choose Windows 10 Multi Edition, click on confirm, choose the product language, click on confirm, and then you can download for the 32-bit or 64-bit. I will go with the 64-bit, so I will click on it and the downloading will be started, and it's around 5.7 GB, so you will have to wait until the downloading is being completed. Now I have already downloaded it, so what I will do next, open a new tab and search for a software by the name Rufus. that will be helping us to create a bootable USB. So click on the first link, scroll down, then click on Rufus 4.5.exe. Now there is also a method without using any kind of USB, but I have seen that it doesn't work for all of them, so I would recommend you to go with this method only. So once the Rufus get downloaded, click on the downloaded file, click on yes. It will ask you, do you want to allow the Rufus to check for application update online? So you will have to click on yes, and this kind of box will be up. Now you will have to connect your USB or pen drive that you want to make the bootable USB. And as soon as you connect the USB, it will automatically detect it. So make sure that the right USB has been selected. On my end, I'm using the SanDisk 32GB. Then in the boot selection, you will have to click on select and then locate to the place where you have downloaded the Windows or any other ISO. Select it, click on open. In the volume label, you can rename it to like Win 10 bootable USB, or you can keep it as it is. It all depends on you. And then finally you will have to click on start. Now it will say customize Windows installation, create a local account, set regional update to the same, disable data collection, disable BitLocker. So if you want to enjoy this, if you want to disable the BitLocker and data collection, then you can check these options. And then finally you will have to click on OK. Click on yes, and it says warning, all the data on the device will be lost. So make sure that your pen drive USB doesn't have any kind of data, because everything will be wiped out. So if you have any data, first take the data backup and then connect the USB again. Once you are confirmed, then you have to click on OK, and the process of creating a bootable USB will be started. Now it may take about like 10 to 15 minutes, so you will have to wait until the bootable USB has been created. Okay, so finally the bootable USB is ready here. So what we can do, we can click on close. And now we need to boot the computer with this bootable USB. So restart the computer and press the BIOS key so that you can come to the BIOS section to change the boot priority order. So select the USB device, hit the enter key. And now we can see the Windows 10 logo. So that indicates that we are loading with the Windows 10 bootable USB. And very quickly you will be getting the Windows 10 setup page. So here you have to click on next. Click on install now. So here you have to go with the basic installation until you see the partition page where we have to choose the right partition. Alright, so now you can click on I don't have a product key. If you have the product key, then you can enter over here. If not, then click I don't have a product key. And then you will have to choose the Windows 10 edition. So I will be going with Windows 10 Pro. If you want to go with the home or education, then you can do that. Then click on next. Check the agreement box, click on next. And here you have to click on custom, don't click on upgrade. So click on custom, and now it will list you all kind of partition that you have on your computer. Now here you have to look for the one that we created by the name Windows 10, and here it is. And that was the reason I renamed the partition to Windows 10 so that we can easily identify it. You can also identify by the size here that we have given. So select the same partition, then you will have to click on next. And the Windows 10 installation will be started. So now wait until the process has been completed and we will see that how exactly it works. Alright, finally we are all done, and now you can see that it says choose an operating system. So what we have done, we have successfully installed Windows 10 on a different partition, and Windows 11 was already been installed. So from the next time, every time you restart the computer, it will give you the same dual screen and it will ask you that you want to log into Windows 10 or Windows 11. Now if I click on Windows 10, and if it asks you again this kind of page, then again you will have to click on Windows 10 or the new operating system that you have installed. Next it asks you how would you like to set up, so I will click personal use, click on next. Next it asks me to enter the Microsoft account email, phone or the Skype. So if you want to go with it, then you can just type here, like I will go with one of my email, that is the prime user at hotmail.com. Then I will click on next. I will type the password. Then it will ask you to create a pin, so I can go ahead and create a pin. I will go only with a simple one, so I will type and click on OK. Let's customize your experience. I will skip it. I will decline the offers. Alright, so here we are. So now you can see we have Windows 10 here. And if I bring up the File Explorer, this PC. So Windows 10, this is the C drive for this computer. And this is our Windows D that contains the Windows 11. So now let me go ahead and restart the computer again and show you that how exactly this dual machine work. So as I said in the beginning that you will be getting the dual screen here, and it will ask you want to go with Windows 10 or Windows 11. So we have already seen Windows 10. This time I will select Windows 11. And great, so now you can see we are in the Windows 11, and this time if I bring up the File Explorer, go to this PC. So here the Windows C drive shows for the Windows 11 and the D of course for the Windows 10. And even if I bring up the Windows D drive, so you can see all the Windows 10 file over here. So this way you can easily dual boot. You can use two different operating systems on the same computer without any kind of problem. So that's all guys for today, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. If yes, do not forget to like and subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.